Alright, now, a picture is worth 1,000 words. What's a demonstration worth? Alright, usually I'm talking a lot. But I want you to see, alright, I have flattened and cleaned off the surface in here, keeping it flat. Alright. And which sharpens up this edge here. Now this is quick. It says, how do you keep a sharp chisel sharp? Alright, before it gets dull and beat up, it's like sharpening a knife. When your knife gets dull, you sharpen it, it takes 4 or 5 licks on your steel to put a new edge on it. Same way with your chisel. Now this is a 320 grit sandpaper. I'm looking, there it is, 320 in the middle of your screen. Alright, now some people say use a piece of glass. This is just a scrap piece of tile. Alright, you could go down to one of the big box stores and buy a 12 by 12 piece of tile. Alright, for a couple bucks. Now, some would say concrete. Oh, this is pretty smooth, right? And again, I'm just bringing it up so that it's flat. And in the angle that the chisel was ground on. And I'm keeping it that way. and I'm using my finger to feel it here. So if the tip raises up, I can feel it. If I pick up the heel of it here, I can feel it. And you want to keep this at the same angle as much as possible, all right? You can even look at it sideways. Look at it at an angle over here to the side. Oh, I didn't realize I wasn't in the viewer. All right, now, so I can look at it at an angle with my head and watch the side. Or you can just get the feel of it with your finger, all right? And you can do the same thing here, and it's a figure 8. All right, I'll show you this. Can you see the figure 8? That's kind of blurry. Yeah, it's kind of blurry. But you go in the figure 8, all right? And that's catching this on all sides, okay? It's cutting it forward, it's cutting, going backwards. All right, and there's the figure 8. You can now see it. Okay, it's running sideways, the figure 8 is. I'm trying to see if the lighting isn't that great. Let me see if I can put a little bit of light here on the subject. There it is. Okay, now I think you can see the figure 8 on there. And it's sideways, top and the bottom. Okay, I can turn it upright. There's your figure 8. Okay. And this is now nice and sharp. Alright, now you can do this on a belt sander, a little belt sander, which is 320 grit. Alright, but this is quick and easy, and I'll show you how this is going to work. This quit removing the poly for me, and so we're going to show you. Alright, now let's look at this sideways. Alright, you want to keep that angle. Alright. You can see that it's basically all been covered. Alright. So for a quick sharp edge, that works well. Alright, so with no further ado, let's show you how this is going to work. Alright, just a few minutes ago, before I stopped to sharpen this, it stopped allowing me to scrape. Alright, so I'm putting downward pressure on my hand. Alright, and I'm pushing in on this chisel edge. Okay, so we're pushing downward pressure. Alright, and you can see what we just was able to remove. Alright. Now this chisel was somewhat sharp, but was not allowing me to do this at all. Okay, so this tells you how effective that quick sharpening job did. Okay, it put an edge right back on this chisel. Now, if you have a dull chisel and you got to rework the edge, that takes more. That takes a belt sander, and then some people have their own little techniques for it, but basically you put it against your belt the same way. Holding it's harder because you got the belt moving, but you want to keep this completely as flat as possible. You don't want it tilted at all. You want that just as flat and as nice on that surface, and you want it to be up so that this angle matches the surface you're on when sharpening. Alright, if it's up too high, too much pressure's on your cutting edge. Alright, and if you're not careful, you can run this edge at an angle when you're sharpening because you've got the pressure kind of twisted. just a little bit one way or the other, and I'm going to zoom out. And I'm holding this chisel like this, alright? And you lock your wrist in place with your arm. Alright, and then you keep it flat. When you know it's completely flat on the surface, alright, if you're here, okay, and you're right where you want to be, lock your wrist to your arm, and then that's how you do this. Now if I twist one way or the other just a little bit, then I'll start sharpening one side or the other. If you can have it twisted and you'll start cutting this will start being sharpened at a slight angle. Alright, so it's really critical, but again, practice, you know. And it's easy to keep a sharp chisel sharp. When it stops cutting for you, just like a butcher knife or your pocket knife, you can put an edge on it quick and easy. If you wait for it to get dull and beat up, then it's a whole lot of work to get it sharp. So just can constantly sharpen it as it stops cutting, and you'll be good. Alright, now for those that haven't seen this, you don't want to go forward. I've said practice. Go get some cabinet doors. Go get some wood. Some 2x4s or 1x. 1x would probably be better. And spray it down with 3-4 coats of lacquer. Get a rattle can of lacquer. Or polyurethane, I should say. And, okay, and practice. Let it dry. Let the lacquer dry. Let the poly dry a day, few hours, and then go back and scrape it. And when you can get where you're not cutting into your wood, I'm trying to zoom here, and there we go. Now I can zoom. Now you can see better what I'm doing. All right. And practice before, because you don't want to go forward. You want to come back, all right? You want to pull back. Anybody can pull back. You push down here. You pull down on your handle, all right? Down, backward pressure, down and back on the handle. And you pull, all right? And you can scrape it. You'll never gouge it. And this is the most easiest way to do this without boogering up your wood. Cutting it, notching it out, creating hollow spots, digging in to the edge right here and giving it a little concave, or here you get cuts and nicks and little pit holes. Alright, so I don't recommend you going forward like I'm doing. Okay, this takes time to learn, but anybody can put this on here, push it down into that corner, okay, and then let's get over here, all right, and then pull back, all right. Anybody can do this. If you're not careful, you can booger up this edge, this outer edge right at that corner too, all right. Now you can also flip this the other way, alright, and that gets you dead on, spot on, right into that corner, alright, push into that corner, push down here and pull, keeping it flat, remember, keeping it flat, keeping it level. And anybody can do this. I'm getting it right to the inside of this outer corner right here, alright? So I'm gauging it with my finger, getting it right there, getting it straight into that corner, keeping it level, and back, alright? You can bring it upward more, alright, and put more downward pressure on your cutting edge and pull. Alright, and you can see it's gone. Everything that was there is now here piled up, alright? That's what I just removed from this corner. Alright? Now, you can, again, you got to practice first. You can go little circular motions. All right. Carefully. See, I'm catching it right there, right? Well, I got to pull back. Pull it back. If I pushed it forward, I would have cut into that and created a notch. Now this got boogered up. So this is going to get new contact paper there. So I'm just going to, I'll show you, I'm just going to cut this off. All right. I'm just going to go in little circular motions here, barely pushing and keeping it flat. You can see it's flat right here. All right, it's not up at an angle. It's flat, okay? And just going in a circular motion, just not digging, not gouging. All right. Bam, there it is. Now I can take some 320 and I can sand this in here and smooth that out. All right. Let's do that while we're talking about it. Okay, we're going to just take this 320. Okay. It's raised up above this just a little bit. And so I'm going to take that down. Okay. Yeah, that whole thing's raised a bit. Probably got swollen from moisture from being here in the bathroom. All right, so I'm just going to carefully take this down here. All right, taper it out. Okay. Okay, smooth this out. I'll put contact paper down when I'm done. I'll show it when this bathroom's complete, the finished product, and you'll know how I've done the step by step. On my channel, you are guaranteed to see it, what I'm doing, up close and personal. All right, that needs to be sanded a little bit more. You can see where it's kind of choppy right here in this area. All right, I'm going to smooth that out. But I should, well, I don't want to get into all of this here, but I just want to show you, you know. And I'm keeping this at a slight angle to kind of match the, because it's raised. So don't go from low to high, right? You want to taper it out. And then when I palm sand this, I'll get it really nice and smooth. Okay? And I'm lowering my chisel the further forward I go. Alright, because I don't want to dig, because you could dig a hollow spot there, alright? Kind of like a puddle, you know? Don't want to create a hollow spot, a dip. It's easy to do. So I say get some 1x, spray it with some poly, and practice. Okay? I've bought books, spent 30, 40, 50 bucks that don't give you this kind of instruction. It's a waste of my money. There are a few books out there, though. There are a few that's worth buying. They show you the details, they explain it to you, they simplify the process, and they're worth having. But those are few. Okay, so before I create a bad spot here, you see I'm working it further back. Alright, that's what tapers it out. Gotta work it back. Okay, not too shabby. I'm going to catch it here. Okay, just kind of I'm going across, kind of going in a circular motion here. Watch the blade. Watch the cutting edge, I guess I should say. Okay, it's hard to get a palm sander in here, so I'll have to get a block sander, old-fashioned block sander. Although this, I could use this sander here. These sanders are great. Alright, I got to go online and see if you can still find these jitterbug palm sanders. Because I don't know if you can find them anymore. Alright, I'm going to tilt this slightly on edge and work this area. You won't really be able to see it till I pull it back. Oh yeah, nice. Very nice. Let's take a look at that now. Alright, that did it. That's nice and flat. Check this out. This is a proof. This is a test. Okay, look. That's level. This is level. Okay. Catch it from this other angle. That is about perfect right there, folks. There you go. That was a freebie, LOL. So, that'll be the end of this video. Like, share, put in a playlist, comment, and look forward to hear from you. And remember, united we stand and united. And united we make it happen here on YouTube. My channel is a channel where you can come and you will know that you will see what's going on up close and personal. All my videos are that way. Doing my part to make a difference. One of the few channels on YouTube that show you the details, explain to you the process, and show it to you up close and personal. So you're trying to figure something out and you want to see it up close and personal, easy to tips and tricks, ECT, or ETC, easy to tips and tricks, etc. See you on the next one. And thank you for visiting, thank you for commenting, thank you for being a part of my community. It means a lot. So thanks. And know, from my heart to yours, it's appreciated. Bye for now. God bless and never give up, because there's always a way, always. As we just seen, simple unexpected problem solved. Another one down. Another one bites the dust. Alright, bye for now.